Hello everybody, what is going on? And welcome back to the My Player Career Mode. Hopefully you are all doing well. With a little over 10 days left to go until the release of FIFA 21, we've got a lot to get through in this season. So today I've decided that I'll only play any Champions League games if we get through the group. So last time out you saw us play Celtic in that very close 2-1 game. But from this point forward, we need to finish the season, and as you guys probably know, I have been pretty busy IRL, so I've not had as much time to be able to get through the season as I would have hoped that I would have. So, yeah, from this point forward, for now, we will just be playing league matches only. So any Champions League group stage games we've got will be simmed, and we'll see if we make it through the group, and if we do, we'll then decide if we're going to play them later on. But hopefully you understand why, having won the Champions League last season and only really wanting the league title this year, with the amount of time we've got left, I still want to get the series finished before we jump into FIFA 21, right? So, yeah. So first up, we've got, I believe, Angers is our first game of the day. And then I've just gone straight past it. We then have Rennes before Lille, and we'll probably finish with Marseille as well. That'll probably be the 4 games we show you today. So without further ado, let's head off to play up against Angers. And as you know, we probably need to win this game because our start to the season, 5 wins in 7 games, 1 draw, 1 defeat. But Rennes, who we face later on, have won all 7. Here is Ferrier. We've given him the run through. He's going to use it as well, and that's a great turn. Can we find somebody in the box? We do. Gomez Hermoso saved, and again it's saved. But the rebound's there. PSG lead by a goal to 0, and it's Dembele who finds it. Admittedly, the goalkeeper should have held on to the second shot, so we probably did get a little bit fortunate there. But it's nicely worked. As soon as we turn back here, the ball into Gomez Hermoso of all people. His shot blocked. Kubo then has his effort saved. And there you go, Dembele reacts quickest to the loose ball. Half-time loom in, and there's a chance here, but Innocent has pulled off the save to deny Angers an equalising goal just before the break. It was really well struck. I think it was Marquez with the effort. And yeah, decent enough save from our goalkeeper. But after we took the lead, just before we did that, we'd had a lot of possession in their half. And then as soon as we take the lead, it's like we sit back a little bit and say, all right, well, now we're in front, let's defend. I don't like playing that way because it invites pressure back on you. And yeah, the first half, the way we started, I was pretty happy. We were inside their half, but we finished it off not putting the pressure on as much as we should have done. Misplaced pass here, and that should lead to a chance. Maybe it does. Mbappe takes that gladly with both hands as he's laid through from Dembele. But it was a misplaced pass from Angers that allowed us to create that. And they won't want to watch this back. You'll see it in a moment. Here you go. They're put under a bit of pressure. It's a pass backwards. Dembele reacts the quickest, as he did for his goal. Lays it on a plate, and Mbappe, simply put, cannot miss that. 2-0 PSG, and that might just be the 3 points in the bag then. There's a chance here for a goal back for our opponents, and it will be a goal back. It should only be a consolation with 2.5 minutes left of normal time, and then we move into injury time. But defensively there, what were we doing? I have to take another look at this, and there you go. So, yeah, it's just a simple through ball. We're all over the place. Nobody picks up any of the runners, and in the end, Wilfred Kanga is the man who's managed to pull Angers back into the game. We'll see if they manage to make this interesting. In all honesty, it's been a game that hasn't had a lot going on in it. We got the job done with that second goal, it feels like, but as a game goes, it's not actually been the most entertaining fixture. It's been fairly boring. So, yeah, let's see if there's to be any sort of end to this to make this even more interesting. It doesn't look like it, as Rodri finds Dembele. He's had a very good game here. Scored 1 and made 1. And as time ticks away then, it will be the victory. A 2-1 scoreline here. Julian Brandt looking for one more opportunity offside against Mbappe. Will end this one off. And we move then into that sim game against Milan, and then into our very next league fixture. But end of game 1, let's move on. Here we are then as we sim the game, and let's see, it's a 3-0 defeat to Milan. which is not what you want to see for the group stage. It means they move on to 6 points and we stay on just the 3 from our victory against Celtic. But it is what it is, and we can now move on to the league leaders in the league itself. We've dropped to 5th, but yeah, big game this one. Aouar towards Kubo. Lovely ball through for Dembele. The offside flag stays down. And PSG take the lead after 20 minutes here. And that is really nice football as well. Dembele in this more central role seems to impact the game a whole lot more than he does when he plays out wide. I say that. He's actually been doing pretty well for us in terms of his performances recently. But when we switch to the attacking setup, he goes into sort of the striking position. He got an assist and a goal in the first game, and he's just bagged a goal here after Kubo laid him through. Nothing really for us to worry about defensively today so far. Dembele picks us out with a brilliant through ball. And we've missed the target completely. That should have been 2-0 PSG. Again, no offside flag, even with the defenders appealing for it. And look at our manager. He's not happy with that finish. And understandably so. That would have been the goal to maybe sink Rennes out of this game. 20 seconds before half-time, and we can't really allow them back into it. And like I said, we haven't had too much to think about defensively, but all it takes is that one chance. I don't know how I missed the target there. Here is Kubo. Kubo will find us a ball roll to get us through. This is much better, and we lay it across for the tap-in for that man who is at the heart that is everything good from PSG. What an episode he is having as he celebrates in front of the cameras, Ousmane Dembele. I don't know what more we can say about him than he has been fantastic so far. I mean, yes, admittedly, it's our trickery that gets us into the penalty area, but when we lay it across, he finds the finish. And that, my friends, might just be the goal that wins us this game. We're actually looking for goal number 3 here. We are a little bit fortunate to find the chance. Mbappe is clinical into the top corner. And when you look at a strike like that, you wonder how we don't end up with bigger scorelines, because that is a world-class finish from Mbappe. Well, he's a world-class player, isn't he? But you just look at some of the ways we put this move together. When I said slightly fortunate, I meant that there. I thought that the ball actually had ricocheted off their number 41, but it looks like I actually did manage to find the pass in the end, so nothing fortunate about the goal. And Mbappe makes it 3. Full time in the game then, and what a performance this was. 3-0, the final score here against the team who I believe had won every single game before they played against us today. So that sends a bit of a message to the rest of the league. Let's see if we, are able to keep this up for the rest of the episode. Just 1 point off of the top of the table, and we face Lille up next, and they are the team who are top. If we win this game, we will go back to first. We played the league leaders twice now. It was Rennes last time, and now it's Lille. Mbappe down this left-hand side. The simple ball laid into our path as we manage to get it. There's Kubo at the near post, and it's wide. It's wide. Lille boasting one of the best defensive records in the league. Only allowed 5 goals in their first 9 games. So, I think on paper, you would say we're favourites, but they do know how to defend. Right there, though, that was a big chance for Kubo. Lille showcasing that solid defence that we spoke about as we created that opening chance of the game, because we've struggled to break them down since then. But as I say this, we worked the chance really well. And PSG are in front here at the Parc des Princes. And as things stand, depending on other games elsewhere and goal difference, we're going back top. Just when you need us to find the top corner and we do it, it's always the commentator's curse as well. Because as soon as I start talking about the fact that we haven't broke them down, they've been good defensively, a lapse in concentration allows us through. Take nothing away from the finish though. Pavlenka maybe could have done better as the goalkeeper, but we will take that with both hands gladly. Yes! Kubo is able to just about squeeze that through after getting away from the challenge. And we are still in for number 2. Leroy Sané's got it. And all of a sudden, the confidence on the ball is there. The fluidity in the play is there. And that is really good to see. Kubo might have gone down for the free kick. Chose instead to stay on his feet, play the ball to us. And then once we're in the penalty area, 2 options. Either take the shot on, but I felt the angle was maybe a little bit against us, or try and find somebody available. And we did just that in finding Leroy Sané, who doubles our advantage. Here is Aouar, and this game might have just opened up even further here, as once again it's a little bit simple for us to get around the defender, chip it towards the back post, and Ousmane Dembele makes it 3. Lille are crumbling a little bit now. Up until this game, I told you about the amount of goals they've conceded in 9 games. It was 5 before this. Well, there's 3 tonight. And it's just this run that we keep making from midfield, which is causing them all sorts of problems. They've not found an answer to it yet. And again, equally here. I mean, when they defend like that, the defender's way too flat-footed. He just doesn't have the ability to change direction quick enough, and that allows us to get into the space, and then we just lift it up and say to someone else, do the rest. And that man was Dembele, who was there to do the rest. The referee ends this one off. It's a 3-0 win at the Parc des Princes. And it's another performance to be happy about and be proud of as well. There's a real hunger and desire, it feels like, all of a sudden in this PSG side. Especially when we lose the ball. The reaction to win it back as quickly as we can has been real good to watch today. And yeah, the action continues into our next game then. Benfica is the next Champions League game. Let's have a look at the result there. We've already simmed it. It's a 2-2 draw. We actually might not get out of the group in the Champions League, which is quite surprising, really. But yeah, we're not worrying about that. We're going to Marseille away from home. And I'll say this right now. We are top of the league, ladies and gentlemen. It might only be by a point, but we're still top of the league, and that's what we can enjoy. Where are Marseille right now, actually? Let's have a quick look at that, because they're 10th. What? They're 10th. What's happening there? Anyway, Bordeaux are 2nd, Montpellier 3rd, Monaco 4th, Lille, who we just faced, of course, down in 5th. Yeah, Marseille away. I thought this would be a tricky game. Well, actually, they're struggling a little bit this season. Still can't read into that too much, because I imagine it will still be quite a tough game here. But the way we're playing, we have to be feeling very good and very confident heading into this match. Aouar towards Kubo. Kubo lets that run. Mbappe, a quick 1-2. And again, we go to Mbappe. And a big, big save from Didillion, as that should have been 1-0 PSG. Maybe we slightly overplayed it. Maybe that was the problem. But Mbappe still gets his shot away. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Goes for the near post. And he read it really well, Marseille's number 1. Dembele has the corner then to try and see if we can create a chance off this. The ball is still with us. Tavares to Ferro. Now to Aouar. Aouar off towards Ferrier. It's got to be intricate on the edge of the penalty area. Aouar back to Ferrier. His shot comes in. Goalkeeper acquired again, but this time a more simple save for him to make. But it will still be a corner. Mbappe, brilliant trickery from him, and he finds the unmarked Tavares. How many chances do we want before we'll find the back of the net? That is now our 3rd decent enough chance. Our 2nd one-on-one, really. I call it a one-on-one. There was still a defender in the way trying to block the shot, but goalkeeper's pulled off the save again. I mean, it feels like the goal is only a matter of time for us. You know, we're piling the pressure on. But yeah, we've had a few chances now and not been able to find it yet. Dembele makes a move in front of us. There's the pass through. We've still got a bit of work here, though, to still create this chance. Dembele calmly pulls it across to us. No mistake with the finish into the bottom corner. Dembele registers another assist in today's episode. And PSG once again strike first. We just look a whole lot better defensively as well so far today. Mbappe, how does that work out? I'm not quite sure how we've actually scored there. But yeah, we do look a whole lot better defensively in this episode. And that's a massive plus point, and that's allowing us to really be a bit more brave on the attack. I mean, here, we get the look of the bounce, and then Mbappe, I think that's a shot that eventually Dembele controls it really well and volleys home for 2-0. It seems like everything is just going our way today, which is, yeah, I'm happy about that, of course, as we are fighting in this last season to try and win a title. I would like all the luck in the world to do just that. Wave after wave of PSG attacks, and look at that for football then. And Marseille are just getting dismantled by the top quality play from PSG. The celebrations come out again. This might be a really bad defeat for Marseille if they're not careful. Dembele's touch takes it away from the defender, slides it into our path. We finish it off 3-0. There is the end of this one. Marseille beaten easily, you'd say. They were never even in the game. But it wasn't the biggest win of this game week, because Angers have just lost by 5-0. I think they're playing against Montpellier, so they look like a decent side at the moment, Montpellier. So it'll be interesting when we do come up against them to see how that game will go. But yeah, another great performance for us. I am very happy with the way our performances are right now. So the French Cup round 2 was just played. I simmed the game. It's not a priority of ours as such. I decided to go ahead and sim it. It was a 2-1 victory. So only just managing to get through there. We end today with Strasbourg away from home before we then move into this month here of November, where we've got Bordeaux coming up, Montpellier as well. And as you've seen earlier on today, they are the sides sat in 2nd and 3rd. So there'll be 2 tricky games, I want to say. But Strasbourg to end off today then. I'm expecting this to be another victory for us as well. Yeah, let's see if we can add to what's been a phenomenal episode thus far. Aouar, Kubo, through to Dembele, the flick up the volley, and there's the finish. It's taken 8 minutes for us to find the goal in the game. It was actually Kubo playing the pass, not Aouar, as I thought it was. There's just so many runners going on everywhere that, generally speaking, lots of times you'll see us switch positions with one another, and it just causes defence issues. They don't know who to track, where to go, who to mark. And when you've got somebody like Dembele, who's shown his clinical side in terms of finishing today, you know if he gets the chance, it's probably going in the back of the net. Mbappe down the left-hand side, cuts it back on the right foot. Kubo, Mbappe, again, it's brilliant football. And we use that little bit of a dummy across the face of goal to make it 2. They cannot cope with us right now, Strasbourg. They're trying to now sit with men behind the ball, but obviously if you do that, then you don't give yourself the best opportunity to go forward. And then the flip side of that, if you get broken down like that, you need to do better defensively. Into the last few seconds, and there's the end of the game then. In the end, a 2-0 win, which we sort of just got the job done. It was never in doubt, and we just protected the ball. And it was one of those games where you just sort of go on as things go, really. Yeah, that ends off today's episode. We'll check out the league table, which we will still be top once we go to check it out. In fact, I imagine I did see that Bordeaux were, last time we got a look in, drawing. So that might even mean we have a little points gap at the top. Let's see. So, as things stand, we are 3 points clear at the top of the table. 12 games played, 10 victories, 1 draw, 1 defeat. The highest or joint highest amount of goals scored and the joint lowest amount of goals conceded. 29 goals scored, 7 conceded. So that's very good to see. It means we have a little gap to play with now as well. Monaco, who have a game in hand, could well move on to 29 points, which would move our gap down to 2. But just to let you know, Montpellier lost their last game and Bordeaux only drew. So we've got those 2 in the next episode, and their form in their last game wasn't fantastic. So that might play a part for us moving forward. Into the Champions League group stage, as you've seen, the defeat to Milan and the draw against Benfica leaves it as this. Means that we've got Benfica to come as the first game of the next video, but obviously that'll be a sim. So if we lose that, I'm not sure about the Champions League. Be quite funny, wouldn't it, if we ended up dropping into the Europa League? We've not yet won that, so that might be the play, actually, now I think about it. We'll see. But I want to thank you all so much for watching this episode. If you have enjoyed it, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, a huge thank you for all of your support on the channel as well. I really appreciate that. Just before we go today, I want to take a quick look and see at who is helping out in terms of the goals, and this man has been unreal today. 10 goals so far in all competitions, 9 in the league with 7 assists as well. I've done the same, but it's the other way around for me. 7 goals, 9 assists. So it's the both of us who have really shown up today and across this season. Mbappe in there, 2 goals, 1 assist. But today, it's been the Dembele show, and I hope you have enjoyed it. Until next time, stay safe, everyone. Have a great day, have a great evening, and I'll catch you all again with the next episode very, very soon. Adios.